Hello, my creative friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chrissy Walker. I help new content creators make better content, get more subscribers, and make money online. So if that sounds like your jam, feel free to subscribe to my channel and we can be friends. I am in a new area, new background and everything. As you can see, I'm not home. I am actually in Las Vegas at my family's home, and I'm very grateful because I still get to record and help you strategize better for your content creation process. And I do want to forewarn you, if you hear anything in the background, it's probably my nephew. Don't mind him. But anyways, I'm super excited to actually show you my Notion template for my social media content calendar because it's going to help you get more organized and figure out a way for you to make your production process a bit more seamless. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and head right into it. And also, if you wanna learn how to create this template on your own, I will be also showing you how to do that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here is an overall look at my template. So I have my banner at the top, I have my calendar in the middle to the right, and then on the left-hand side, we have different links and pages that we're actually going to dive deep into. So for the left-hand side, I have a links section. So the links section is basically a direct link to each platform for the specific brand. So this is for the Creatorpreneur Collective. I have my YouTube linked, I have my Instagram linked, and then I have my TikTok linked as well. Right underneath, you're going to find the templates section. So this is basically any copy and paste copywriting that I'm going to utilize for basically on repeat. So for example, I have a YouTube description page. If I were to click on it, I have my template that I copy and paste into every single one of my descriptions for my long form content. There are some sections to it that I alter on my own. So for example, right here, it says, please start the section with learn ... write 2 to 3 sentences that are keyword focused. So there are certain parts of it where I will go ahead and insert my own details, description. I will write a specific type of keyword focused sentence, or I will add in like links, products and stuff like that. Everything else is pretty standard. It will go along with every single video, including the hashtags at the bottom. I have timestamp samples, and then all I have to do is just change out the actual timestamps. I have links to gear that I utilize, ways people can find me to check me out on different platforms, and anything that I feel like is super crucial or super important to have in my description, I will go ahead and add it here, and I can change it anytime, and then I can copy and paste it into all of my descriptions for my long form content moving forward. Now let's go back to the content calendar. There are other templates that I have that are just for basically for me. So I have ChatGPT prompts for creating newsletters. I have one for creating blog posts, which I don't currently use at the moment, but pretty much I just create a new page and then I write the prompt that I want to utilize every single time I'm trying to create a new newsletter or a new blog post. Now underneath that, I have tools. So the tools section is going to be very crucial for your content. So not everything here is going to apply to you, but for example, I have a content idea list, and that is something that you can add to your own sidebar if you want, but I have it just in case I'm like on the go and I have my phone. I can just open Notion and then I can quickly type in ideas, but I don't necessarily need it right now because on my content calendar board, I can actually add my ideas right here, but I have 2 different areas I am able to actually jot down and brainstorm ideas. So either one will work. The next thing that I have here is my VRA 7 R's checklist. Now this is not going to apply to you. It's actually a course that I took a while ago, and I have basically my own notes for it. So under tools, you can add in your own notes. So if you start to take notes from YouTube videos you watch, or if you get involved with courses that apply to social media, you can actually create a page for specifically notes, or you can title it depending on the course or video, etc., whatever it is for you. You can go ahead and title it that name and then just write notes on that page. I have a subscriber and AdSense data page. So if I click on this, it's not updated. It's pretty old because the last time I updated it was March. So I'm gonna go ahead and update it after this recording. But pretty much I put in my goals, like how many subscribers do I want to have at the end of 2024? And then I kind of add in anything else I want. So I divided it by how many more months I have in the year. And then I have a table that shows me the date range, a number of subscribers I gained by the end of it or lost, the difference between the two, and then also if I made any money that month. So This is how I utilize the subscriber and AdSense data sheet. You can add this in, or I will show you how to add it in when we get to that portion of this video. But this is something that I highly recommend to have, just so that you have data on how you're doing and you can track your progress as you grow as a content creator. Now, the next thing that we have are content pillars. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up this page, and then it shows the content pillars for both of my channels. So I have another channel, it's completely new. It's called That Girl Glows, and you're more than welcome to subscribe to it if you'd like. But basically I wrote out what my content pillars are, and then also an idea of the type of content I wanna post and on what day. So as you can see, I have some notes underneath my and then I have my content pillars. So for my outer circle, this is outreach content, and this is basically high level generic content that will get more people to hopefully subscribe to my channel or follow me on my social media. For the inner circle, this is more of like content that's a little bit more about me, a little bit more about myself. It's focused on the audience that I already have that are extremely warmed up, anything that could be helpful to them or anything that can make them feel connected to me as a human being. This is basically my inner circle. So for basic like content pillar, I guess you can say like my basic content pillars include fitness, health, and beauty. And so on Mondays, I will vlog my entire day, which typically my days look like focusing on gym time, focusing on what I'm eating throughout the day, and then any other like small activities that have to do with self-care are typically like what my days look like. So my vlogs will be on Mondays that will kind of sum my entire day up, and then Wednesdays are my workout video days because I always record me working out, and it's just easy for me to create a workout video and then put it out there. Fridays will be my beauty videos, so that can include like skincare, hair care, body care, that can include glow up tips, that can include any feel good routine that I want to share. And then I have on Saturdays will be my progress updates or fun videos. So if I want to do a trend, or if I want to do like a motivational video, or I want to create a B-roll video with text on top with a trending sound, or if I just want to show how much progress I've made in a month or so, weight wise, size wise, maybe my composition of my body, like the differences. So that'll be on Saturdays. And then I will write a list, or I have written a list of like fun video ideas. And then I kind of did the same thing for the Creativepreneur Academy. I already know basically like my foundation, so I'm able to kind of work off of it without much detail on my sheets. But Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays right now are the days that I post shorts, and then Fridays are the days that I post long form videos. But I will be updating this for my own channel, but this is just what it looks like for the content pillar sheet. Okay, so if we go back, there is a hashtag page. So if we click here, these are basically hashtags that I utilize for my posts. So if I'm creating a vlog post, I'm gonna go ahead and use these hashtags. Workout posts, I will use these hashtags. My beauty videos, I will use these hashtags. Now this is mainly for Instagram. For YouTube, for shorts, the caption cannot be longer than, I believe it's 140 characters or 150. It's very short. And so because of that, I basically separated the hashtags from up here, and I created 11 different options to choose from. So every time I post, I can cycle through them, just copy and paste it over and publish it. And then for TikToks, I just put the 3 different strategies that I can utilize, which is first strategy, use 10 to 12 hashtags. Second strategy is 1 to 2 hashtags, or third strategy is using 6 hashtags. So I can cycle through that and then see what works best for me. But pretty much every now and then, maybe once a month or once a quarter, you're gonna wanna go through your hashtags and change it up as you see fits. So if your content is looking a little bit more focused on something more specific in your brand, then, or more specific to a certain content pillar of your brand, then you're gonna go ahead and alter the hashtags however you need to, so it matches as much as possible. So let's go ahead and go back to the content calendar. Now the last page that I have here are hooks. Now this is updated very frequently because things are always changing, and I'm always trying to find ways to get better at attention grabbing and get better at getting someone's attention within the first second. So when I click on hooks, there's going to be examples that I can utilize. There's going to be different tips that I've learned. If I find something very helpful in a YouTube video or a course or anything online, I'm going to go ahead and screenshot it and then add it to my template. So it's pretty self-explanatory. A lot of the pages on the side of my content calendar are basically just pages with tons of notes. And that's how I work. That's what works best for me. And hopefully you'll find a way to alter it or modify it in a way that works best for you. But this will be a great foundation for you if you want to go ahead and kind of copy what I have going on here. Now let's go into the meats and potatoes of my calendar, which is the actual database itself. So right here in the middle right hand side is my content calendar. I only have 4 different views. So the first view is the board view. This is basically filtering out all of my long form content, and it basically orders it from where it's at in the process. So if it's just an idea, I can go ahead and just write it here. But if I decide I want to take it a step further and start putting the video through production, I'll go ahead and I will drag it to the next thing. So once I start scripting the video, I can go ahead and bring it here. And what that looks like for me is all of these videos, once I add it to the scripting phase of the process, I will go ahead and create a separate folder for this video idea in my Google Drive, and then I will go ahead and create a Google Doc that says script, and then I'll write a script on it. So how does that look? I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Actually, we're gonna use a different one for example, and then I'm gonna go ahead and click on the file. So it's gonna open up the file, and then this is what the script looks like. So I have the title, and then I have a detail section. The detail section is basically a quick overview, a quick summary or a quick overview of what the style of the video is going to look like, and any notes I want to add in here for my editor. My editor references my scripts just to make sure that the flow is correct, and any information that doesn't need to be in there is not in there. And then I have my intro. I try to come up with different style of intros, and typically having a script is very helpful because I can go back in my old scripts and quickly just read through how these intros were, so I can either try something new, or if one of my intros worked very well, I have it on paper and I'm able to kind of replicate it. So then we have the content portion. The content portion is just basically putting out my main points and then writing a little description in between. And then I kind of go off the dome with explaining what I'm talking about when I'm going over my script and I'm filming at the same time. And then I have the outro. So my outros are pretty much the same. I always wrap it up as quickly as possible, and I always reference another video. Now moving forward, what I'm doing is in my outro script, I will put a video recommendation and a link to a video I want to mention so that I can directly mention a video that my viewer can check out, and it's related to the video that I'm currently filming. So right now I'm filming this video, and I'm probably going to recommend a video at the end that is somewhat relevant to this video, where I feel like you as my viewer are going to find helpful, and hopefully you'll click on it and check it out. So that's what I do for my outros on my script. And then what's cool about this for me, I think it's cool, is I can go ahead and copy the link, and then I can add it in my description. So not only do I mention it, but it's also my description for you to check out. So that's what my script looks like, and that's how that process looks when I am in that phase. Once I'm done filming and all my raw footage is ready for editing, I will go ahead and let my editor know, and then I will switch this on over to editing. Once my editor has completed the video and we finalized everything looks good, we're on the final draft, I will go ahead and approve it, and then I will go ahead and move this to the SEO section. So the SEO portion is where I will finalize the title, I will finalize the description, the tags that I'm using for the video, and this is also where I will create a thumbnail. Previously, I would also, during this process, create the blog post for it and also create a newsletter based on this video. Currently, I'm not doing the newsletters or the blog post at the moment, so that's not part of my SEO right now, but in the future it will be again. But pretty much this is where I finalize everything, and then it gets scheduled. And once it's scheduled or published, I will go ahead and move that video on over to scheduled, so I know that this video is done with production. And typically I always number my videos just so that I know what number video we're on, and also when I organize my board, it goes in a specific order. So this is my board view. Now here's an overview of all of my content. So as you can see here, you can see my shorts, my teasers, and my long form videos. So my quality shorts are going to be individual shorts that I script and actually create B-roll and film for and edit all together. My teasers are little snippets from my long form videos that will lead to a specific long form video on my channel. And then I have my long form videos that are numbered here. So the third view of my board is going to be long form. So this is specifically only the long form videos. And the reason why I had this as a separate view is because I like to add in little check marks in here to where, depending on where we're at, I can go ahead and tick it off. So once I'm done with the thumbnail, click check. Once the final video is done, click check. Once the description is done and all written out, I'll check that off. And then once it's scheduled or published, I will go ahead and check this off. So this is kind of like an easy way for me to just see the videos, where they're at, the status of it, and then also if we're actually done with the SEO part of the video process. So the last view is going to be a short form. So this is going to be where I see all of my teasers, all of my quality shorts, and it's going to be the same thing, basically thumbnail, final video, description, or schedule. Now the thumbnail one, we're not able to customize thumbnails for shorts at the moment, but I feel like in the future, that's something that we are going to see eventually. So I left that in here just in case it happens to be a new update anytime soon. We can go ahead and we'll have that ready in our Notion template. So this is pretty self-explanatory. Everything is pretty simple. Once you click on the actual card itself, there are different parts of it that you'll be able to see. So title on screen, this will show, by the way, this is going to show for long form and short form content. For title on screen, it's typically like, what is the initial text on the screen going to say? And this is typically for shorts. Yeah, so this is typically for shorts. Then we have the type of content it is. So short, carousel, or long form. We have the status it's in, who the editor is, what the published date is, file link, what playlist this is going to be part of, any links that you want to add in here, what your time codes are. So once the video is finalized, you can go ahead and add in your time codes here. The keywords you're going to be using for your tags and the keywords you'll be using in your description or even your title. Then we have the checklist here. So the thumbnail, final video, description, scheduled. We have what channel this is going to, where you're going to be posting this. So if you want to post it on different social media platforms, that's here. What style of content this is going to be, and then any review notes. So after a week or so, if you want to go back and check out your analytics for that specific video to see how you did, you can go ahead and add it here. Now the description at the bottom, this is typically where I will add in the description. And if I need to add in a caption for the YouTube short, I will go ahead and write it here as well. So I can go ahead and write description. So at the bottom of each card, I will typically write the description, and then if the short has a different caption, I can go ahead and write it here as well. So what I typically will do is I will go to my YouTube description. I'll go ahead and copy this entire thing. I'll go back, and then I will go ahead and let's say we do it for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and paste it here. And then I can go ahead and adjust this as needed. If I'm using the shorts card, so everything's going to be the same. All of the properties here will be the same for shorts or long form. But for this one's for long form, obviously. But if it's for a short form piece of content, I will use the bottom as the caption, the section where I write the caption and where I select my hashtags so that I can go ahead and just copy and paste it over when it's ready to go. So this is what my Notion template looks like. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually show you how to create it, and we're going to create it based off of this, but what I feel like what you need. So we're not going to go through every single part of this template, but I will show you how you can filter out, like how to make the board only long form, how to get only long form on this view, and then how to get only short form on this view. We're gonna go ahead and create this Notion template from scratch so you can customize it however you'd like. So you're gonna go ahead and open up the sidebar, and then you're gonna go ahead and whatever team space you're using, or if it's something that's under like a private space, you're just gonna go ahead and hit add a page, which is this plus sign right here. It's gonna go ahead and open up a blank page, and then you're gonna name it whatever you want. So we're gonna go ahead and stick with content calendar. So now that we have that here, what you can actually do is you can add an icon to customize it a little bit further. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, and then I'm going to add in something that's similar or something that kind of reminds me of social media. So maybe my phone. I'm gonna go ahead and type in phone, and then I'm going to select this one. And you can actually add a cover. So if you want to go ahead and add a cover, Notion has pre-made templates or their own designs. So you can actually change cover right here and then select one that you want. If you want to go ahead and select Unsplash, you can actually search something more specific. So let's say I type in social media, and I can click on any of these that I feel like fits the kind of, I don't know, the vibe that you're trying to go for your own template. So we're gonna go ahead and select this one. I'm going to select reposition, and you can adjust it however you like, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like that and hit save position. Now what you're gonna do is you have two different options. So if you click on the top right-hand corner and select these three dots, you can actually change this to full width versus like a page width. I typically like to do full width because I like to use up the entire template as much as possible. And then you can actually select if you want the text to be smaller or if you want it to be bigger. And then you can also select what kind of font you want as well. So we're actually gonna stick with serif, I think that's how you say it. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and just click on the blank space, and we're going to hit slash. So once you hit slash, you're gonna go ahead and type 2. And then it's going to give you an option to select 2 columns. So we're going to select 2 columns. And then what I like to do is I like to hit the slash again. And then we're going to go ahead and select whatever heading we want. So since this is going to be for our hyperlinks on the left-hand side, we're going to go ahead and select heading 2. And then you're going to type in whatever you want. So let's say I type links. I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to change the font from heading 2 to just regular text. From here, what you're gonna do is you can type in whatever social media platform you want to hyperlink first. So let's say we want to do Instagram, then we can go ahead and hit enter. We're gonna type in TikTok, hit enter, and then type YouTube. So from here, you can actually adjust it however you want. You can edit the text, you can add in emojis. If you want to go ahead and add an emoji, all you have to do is select the beginning of the word, hit diagonal, and then type emoji. And then you can actually select an emoji from here. So let's say I want to go ahead and for Instagram, let's say I use a phone, or if you want to do this first, so instead of typing it out first, all you have to do is just hit slash, type emoji, select that, and then you can do it vice versa. But let's just say you don't want any emojis and you want to go ahead and just leave it as text. We're going to add Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and then let's say you want to put your @ name. So you're going to type in your name. The thing is, if you hit @ it's going to try to actually include some type of page that you can select from. What you're gonna do is once you type the @ sign, it's going to try to mention a page, person, or date. All you have to do is hit backspace, and then it'll just turn into a regular @ without hyperlinking anything. So let's say I wanna go ahead and put in my username. And then all you have to do is you're gonna go to your social media page. So let's go ahead and open up, let's say we do Instagram / you're gonna go ahead and just find the link of your page. You're going to copy it, and then you're gonna head back over to your Notion template and highlight the entire thing. Once you highlight the whole thing, this bar is going to pop up, and then you're going to click on add link right here. And then you can go ahead and actually paste your link and hit enter. Then it's going to hyperlink it. So let's say we grab the link for TikTok. We're gonna go ahead and add that in. Let's say we grabbed the link for YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and add that in. And then we have all our links done. If you wanna go ahead and add in more links, you can. And then if you wanna change the color of the heading, all you have to do is select these 6 dots on the left-hand side. You're going to hover over color and then go to background color and choose the one that you want. So let's say we want to do an orange background. And then we're going to go ahead and hit enter. And then this time we're actually going to go into our templates. So you're going to hit your slash, type in heading, or just start typing heading, and then you're going to select heading 2. So then for this one, we're going to type templates, hit enter. And then what you can do here is to create your own template to hyperlink, or basically when you click on it, it opens up to a new page. You're going to hit slash and then type page. You're going to go ahead and select the first one, and then it's going to open up a brand new page. So you're going to name it whatever you want the link to be. So let's say this is our YouTube description template. And then let's say you want to start writing in your own details to the template. So write 2 to 3 sentences that is keyword focused for YouTube description. And then maybe a few lines down, you add in your links. So product links. And then you can actually do placeholder. So I like to put X just to have it as a placeholder. I can replace the X later with actual product links. My camera gear. Same thing here, you're gonna add placeholders. And then you're gonna add in any other details that you want. Add any other details that you would like to copy and paste to every YouTube video description. And maybe every quarter or so, you can go back to this template and then you can rewrite it or adjust it to make sure that you're basically up to date with your own YouTube descriptions. So to go back, all you're going to have to do is hit content calendar. And then you can see here that you've created your first template. And then if you want to add in more templates, all you have to do is do the same thing. You're going to hit slash and then type page. You're going to select the first page here, the first option for page here, and then you're going to type in the name of the hyperlink. So let's say ChatGPT prompt for email newsletters. And then you're going to enter any information that you want. So let's go back to content calendar. So let's say those are our templates so far. We're gonna go ahead and select the dots on the side, hover over color, and then we're gonna choose a color over here. So let's go ahead and go with blue. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in our tools. So you're gonna hit slash, start typing heading, but then you're gonna select heading 2. You're gonna type tools, and then you're gonna do the same thing. Type in page, and then maybe this tool is hooks. You can actually add in an icon. And if you want to add in the information later, you definitely can do that. You don't have to start putting the information now. So we have hooks, we have hashtags. We're gonna add an icon that says hashtag or that shows a hashtag. Go back to content calendar. And then same thing, we're gonna go ahead and select the dots by tools, hover over color, and then we're gonna change the color of the background. So let's go for, do we do brown? We'll do yellow. Okay, so as you can see here, it's basically across the entire page, which means it's not within the 2 columns that we had set up. So if this happens to you, all you have to do is hover over the dots and then click and drag it up right underneath one of the columns that we have here. And if that doesn't work, all you have to do is make sure that everything is lined up correctly. So as you can see here, this ChatGPT goes across the entire thing. So we're gonna have to click and drag this up until we only see it that it is, the line only goes halfway across. And then we're gonna go ahead and do it to the other items here. And perfect. So what you're gonna do here is you're going to hover over the center of your Notion template. You're gonna click and drag it until it's to the length that you want. So let's say we want it like this. Perfect. So now we're gonna click on the right empty side of the template, and then you're gonna hit slash, and then you're gonna type in calendar, or start typing calendar. We're gonna go ahead and select calendar view, and then you're gonna select new calendar. So then from here, you can see here that says untitled. You can actually change the name of it. So you can put your brand name, you can do whatever you want. So let's do the CP Collective. And then right now we're in a calendar view. So the calendar view is completely fine. What we're gonna do is we're going to right click it and rename it. And then you can change it to whatever name you want. So let's say I wanna do, I want to call it overview. So this is an overview of all of the content, shorts and long form. So we're gonna leave that as is. And then we're gonna click the plus sign. We're gonna go ahead and add a board. And then we're gonna go ahead and rename it to board view. We're gonna go ahead and add another one. And then this one is going to be a calendar as well. Right click it, select rename. I'm gonna type in long form, hit enter. We're gonna go ahead and hit plus sign again. Select calendar, right click it, click rename, and then type in short form. And you don't have to hit enter actually. All you have to do is click off of it. So if you click rename and then you rename it, just click out of it and it will save automatically. So now we're gonna reorganize this. So let's say I want the board view to be first, and then maybe I want long form, then short form, and then we have an overview of everything. So what I like to do is I like to start on one of the calendar views. So long form, short form, and overview are all calendar forms or calendar views. And then I like to mess with the properties from here. Now from here, you're gonna click on the plus sign on any date, and then it will go ahead and open up to this page here. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to start on a clean slate. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this property right here by clicking on the dots on the side and then selecting delete property. Hit delete, and the only thing we can see here now is the date. So you're gonna figure out what you want to see when you open up this page. And just to help you out here, you can actually write the list of it right here. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and hit slash and then type to do. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in a to-do list. Now this is something that we're going to erase afterwards, but this is just to help us see what properties we wanna add and just keep us organized as we build it out. So the first thing that I'm gonna add is file link. I always wanna have a file link. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the title's going to go where new page is. So we don't really have to add that in because it's already there. So we can leave that as is. We're gonna type in playlist. So what playlist do we want this video to be added onto on our channel? We're gonna go ahead and type in keywords. So when we do our keyword research, we can go ahead and add it in. We're gonna type in links. So yeah, we'll just type in links like that. This is like any links that you like for products that you mentioned in your video or for any other videos that you recommend your viewers to watch. We're gonna go ahead and add that there. We're also gonna go ahead and add in status. We're gonna go ahead and add in the regular checklist that we have. So final video, thumbnail, description, scheduled. Okay, so we have that in there. So far we have file link, what playlist is gonna go to, what keywords we're going to add in, the links, the status, final video, thumbnail, description, and if it's scheduled or not. So we're gonna work with this right now, and then if we need to add anything in, then we'll go ahead and do that as we go by. So the title is obviously gonna go at the top. So I'm just gonna type title just so that we can see it. We're gonna go ahead and click add a property, and then the first thing we're going to add is a file link. So what I like to do is I like to click on files and media, and then click out of it. So then if you click right here, you can actually choose a file, you can upload one, or you can embed a link. I always embed a link because I use Google Drive. And then once you've created that folder in your Google Drive, all you have to do is find the folder and then copy the link or the share link for it, and then paste it here and then select link. It will automatically link to that file. So we're gonna go ahead and check mark this, and then we're gonna go ahead and add playlist. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is you can have a video added to multiple playlists. And because of that, we're gonna go ahead and actually scroll down and look for multi-select. So we can see here it says multi-select. And then what you wanna do here is add options. So we're gonna go ahead and select that. And then you're gonna type in the name of your playlist. So we're gonna type in playlist 1, hit enter, playlist 2, hit enter, and playlist 3. Now these are actually going to be the titles. So for me, it's like content creation for beginners, YouTube tips, my journey as a content creator. So those are my playlists, but I'm just putting this here as just placeholders so that if you were to click out of it and then select empty, you can actually choose which playlist you want to add the video to. If you so happen to in the future create a new playlist, you can actually simply just type it in here and it will add to your list. We're gonna go ahead and type in playlist 3 because that didn't get added in, hit enter, and then it will add in as an option. So let's say you want to add it to 2 different playlists, then perfect, you can add it like that. So now that that is done, we're going to go ahead and hit add a property, and then we're going to select text, and then we're going to retitle it keywords and click out of it. Now for the next one, we're going to add links. So we're going to select that. I like to use just text, and then we're going to rename it links. Next one is going to be status. Select add a property. We're going to go ahead and select status, leave it as is for title, and then we're going to add in what we want to see on our board pretty much. So we have not started, which I have changed that to ideas. So when I'm brainstorming, I will go ahead and add it under ideas. Then I'm going to go ahead and change this one to scripting, hit the plus sign, type in editing, hit enter, type in filming, SEO, and then the last one is going to be scheduled or published. And then you can mess around with this. If you want to change the color of it, you can. To me, I like to change up the colors just so that it looks a little bit more cohesive with specifically what the status is, just so I can differentiate where we're at for each video. And then you can also reorganize this. So ideas, and then scripting, then filming, then editing, SEO, then publish. Okay, perfect. So then now that we have status, we're gonna go ahead and basically just add in a to-do list over here. So click add a property. You're gonna scroll down until you see checkbox, and then you're gonna rename it basically what we have here. So final video. And then thumbnail. Description. And then scheduled. Okay, and then you can also reorganize this however you would like. So I typically like to have the checklist at the bottom. So final video, thumbnail. I like to have the status towards the top. I have the links here, playlist at the top as well. Anything I need to basically add in, I like to put towards the center, and then just the checkbox at the bottom. So then once you're done with this, all you have to do is delete all of this. And then you can add your description here as you write it out. So what you would do is you would go to your YouTube description template, copy this entire thing, go back to your content calendar, open up your card, and then you're gonna go ahead and paste it here and customize it until it's finalized. So this is what each individual card looks like now. So every time you add in a new card, it's going to be the same type of information. You just have to fill it out accordingly. So now let's say on this page, on the overview page, you wanted to show all types of content. You don't have to touch it. If you want to go ahead and add in specific properties to show on your cards, all you have to do is click on the three dots in the top right corner, and then you're going to select properties. So this shows you what properties are being shown, and this shows what's being hidden. So let's say I want to show only scheduled. Then I'll go ahead and leave it like that. Let's say you want the entire checklist. We're going to go ahead and add all of the checklist items, and then you can actually change the order of it if you want to go ahead and switch that up. So maybe final video at the bottom, towards the bottom. Actually, no, thumbnail, description, final, yeah, okay. So let's say we want it like that. At any time, you can hide it just by selecting the eyeball. But if you want to bring anything on, all you have to do is select the eyeball with a slash through it, and then it will go ahead and pop up here. So I think this looks good. What we're gonna actually do here is I missed one part. So we're gonna go ahead and open up the card, and then we're gonna add another property. And then we're gonna go ahead and select. We're gonna go ahead and rename it type. We're gonna add an option. We're gonna type in long form, hit enter, and then plus sign and type short form, enter. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to the top. Right under status, I think that's fine. And then we're gonna select short form for this one. For the next one, we'll just do long form. The next one we'll do short form. Okay, so we don't have to do anything with the overview page now unless you want to change out the properties. Now the next thing you're gonna do is go to long form. You're gonna go ahead and if you want to change the properties shown here, then you can do that. So let's say we just want to do scheduled, looks good. But now we wanna filter it out so we only see the long form content on this calendar view. You're gonna go ahead and select this filter right here. And then you're gonna go ahead and select type. You're going to select long form, save for everyone. And that's it. So now it's only showing the long form content. You're gonna go ahead and go to short form. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna add in whatever you wanna see here. So maybe you just want scheduled. We're gonna go ahead and hit filter right here. We're going to select type, and then you're going to select short form, save for everyone. So then you're gonna go to board view and you're gonna do the exact same thing. You're gonna go ahead and select filter, type, and only select long form, save for everyone. But now what we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and actually, I think this will kind of, so right now it shows as a list, but as you add things in here, you're gonna see it basically extend out. So we can add in a new page. We can move it to whatever. And then as you can see here, as we add new pages and we take it to the specific status, then it builds itself out. So we're gonna go ahead and add an SEO. Oops. And published. Okay, so then you basically have your entire board all ready to go. If you select long form, you'll see that, short form, you'll see that, and then overview. But what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna actually show you an example I'm actually going to show you just to make sure that everything is filtered out correctly. So we're just gonna move these in random spots. And if we were to click on long form, you only see the long form content. Short form, you only see the short form content. If you click on overview, you'll see everything. And then if you click on board view, you'll only see the things that, you'll see all long form, but it will be divided by the status it's in. So that is how you create the template for your content calendar. And hopefully you found this video helpful, and hopefully the tutorial and the step-by-step was pretty clear. But if you found this video helpful, you're definitely going to want to check out the next video that I have here for you, which is called Make Your YouTube Videos Better Starting Today. I break down and give you a few tips on how I've improved my own personal videos and how you can too. So if you want to check that out, feel free to click on the video on the screen, and I will see you there. Bye.